Okay, Grand Rising, everybody. Today is Tuesday. Talk about it Tuesday. Today, I want to talk about our shadows, the parts of us that we are so scared to acknowledge and look at and work through. Okay. When you can accept your shadows and integrate them into who you are, that is when the healing begins. Because when you look at your shadows as a part of you that is bad, that you don't like, that you don't want to be, it will never integrate. You will always look at those shadows as a part of something that you have to fight. And we have to realize those shadows are a part of us. Our shadows follow us wherever we go. So you cannot get rid of them. You must integrate them into your life and acknowledge them. Okay. So let's go into the shadows. So grab your crystals if you have them. I'm going to do a golden healer today and blue calcite for my throat. So palms facing up if you can. It does help receive the energy, even if you're lying down. If not, you can put your palms over your heart, wherever you're comfortable. Deep breath in. Activating our energy. Exhaling all that does not serve us. Inhale. Beautiful energy. Exhale all that does not belong to you. Inhaling all the bright, beautiful colors of the rainbow. Exhaling the gray that does not belong to us. Feel that energy moving out the base of your spine, down through the layers of Mother Earth. Feel that energy as it moves out the top of your head, connecting to Father Sky. We're going to calm our minds. And calm our egos. Relax your body. Let's talk about our shadows. Let's talk about our triggers and the parts of us that we want to love. Each of us come down here with a purpose in each life. We want to learn patience. We want to experience hope. We want to experience patience. We want to experience pain. We want to experience illness. We want to experience heartache. We want to experience anger. We want to experience frustration. We want to experience all of it. We don't just come down here for the good parts. We come down here for the bad too. Because in this dimension, we look at those things as good and bad. Where we are from, they are all just experiences. Like a ride at an amusement park. How was it? How did it feel? You know, if you don't like it, you're not going to go back on that roller coaster. You don't want to experience that again. Sometimes when we get a little bit older, we'll go back on the same roller coaster. That fear isn't there anymore. The experience is different. We go back with a little bit more knowledge, knowing that that roller coaster is not going to fly off the tracks. That fear we had the first time, that changed our experience. It formed it. It shaped it. We control those experiences. We can grow and learn and alchemize. When something triggers you, when you do something or act in a way that you are not proud of, those are your shadows. Don't run from them. Don't hide. Don't push them in a closet. Don't sweep them under your bed or under a rug. Look at it. Why am I angry? Why am I frustrated? Why am I so sad? Why do I feel unbalanced? Take a deep breath when you're in those moments and feel them. Do not react to them. The other day I was triggered. I was angry because I was unprepared. I knew I was unprepared, and I wanted to be angry at someone else for not helping me be prepared. When you're in your moments where you are feeling a feeling, pause. Why am I really angry? Why am I really frustrated? Why am I sad? Process these emotions. When these emotions come up, do not react. You feel them. Sometimes it comes quick. Sometimes it slowly builds up and you feel it. This is when we take the time to take deep breaths in, deep breaths out. You breathe in and out until you feel you can look at why you are feeling what you feel. Do not react. I don't care if you think the other person is wrong. I don't care if it was their fault. I don't care if they caused whatever is causing you your emotion. You are choosing to react. You are choosing your emotion and your experience. Before you throw that at someone else, which is throwing it in a closet, throwing it under the bed, brushing it under a rug, pause. Take deep breaths. Do it obnoxiously if you have to. Until you regulate your system. Don't speak. Do not react. Process it. Might not happen right then and there. Might not happen in 2 hours. Might not happen until the next day. If it's something going on with you, great. Figure it out. Breathe. Sit with your guides. Ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? Why am I experiencing or choosing to experience this way? If there are other parties involved, you do not speak. You keep the mouth and the throat chakra calm. It is never about them. You choose how you react. If you don't like how you are feeling, if you don't like how you are reacting, these are the shadows that you need to work on. It is no one else's fault. It is no one else's reason that you're acting this way. You and you alone are in control of your experience, your reaction. Your shadows follow you. Learn to love them. Even though you've experienced anger, frustration, anxiety, those do not belong to you. You've experienced them. Would you like to continue experiencing them? Or would we like to keep them in the shadows, behind us, in front of us, wherever they are, but they stay in the shadows? It's whether you choose to let them come and play out in the light that's up to you. Remember, no one makes you angry. No one gives you anxiety. No one pisses you off. No one does anything to you. You choose how you experience them. Yes, there's disappointment, of course, but then you have the choice. How are you going to experience that? Are we going to choose to be disappointed again? This is where boundaries come up. Our experiences mold us, what we want, what we don't want. So ask yourself before you jump on that roller coaster of emotions, do I really want to go on this ride? And if I do, can I laugh and enjoy it and put my arms up and scream and shout and just enjoy all of it? Because it's totally possible. Your shadows are a part of you. Embrace them. You put them in your contract. They're here for a reason in this life. When you work through these, it's a karmic debt you've paid to yourself. And what's so wonderful, you don't take that debt into the next life. And if you don't believe in that, well, then guess what? That's less debt you go into heaven with. Hallelujah, amen, all the way around. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Two more on your own. I'll breathe quietly. Remember to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready. Ooh, guys, your guides are like coming down. My eyes were closed, and all I could see at the end, like right at the end, when I was like, take your deep breath, all of a sudden it was like flashes of light. My eyes were like, I couldn't keep them shut. They were like fluttering. It was like flashes of light everywhere. I'm like, oh shit. Alrighty then.
I well, when you were saying you were choosing to experience anger and frustration, I was like, how silly of me. I could not stop laughing inside. I was like laughing at every single word. I was like, what, I actually want to experience all these? What an idiot.
Yes, exactly. Like, why, like, I'm telling you, Friday I had an experience where I was triggered. And when I tell you, I know Todd was ready to like, he needed to start deep breathing because of my deep breathing. Because I was like,
Oh,
like
and I was
that.
like, and why can't, and I'm pissed off with myself. Why isn't there a cleaning fairy that comes and cleans my house?
So it's so incredible, right? And it was like, for years, I mean, you guys know Renee, the other admin in Echoes. You can ask people, like, the people that knew me then don't believe I'm this person now. The people that know me now don't believe that I was the person then. I literally threw chairs across the room. I would get somebody pissed me off in LA once, and I picked up this chair and I was like, you stupid bitch, I'll fuck her up. I had anger issues, guys. Okay. And that was just 10 years ago. I was so mad at this girl. I was like, you're a fucking idiot. Like literally the room wasn't even that big. I picked up a plastic chair and threw it. The people that knew me were like, "Dang, Kim, calm down." Everybody else was like scared. Like scared. They were like, she's gonna fucking shoot people one day. Like they probably were like, I'm surprised she didn't shoot up everybody in her school. That, those are, I refuse. And my excuse was my dad's like that. Well, my dad's like that. I just haven't, I'm sorry, that's just how I was raised. no acknowledging it, no apologizing for it, no, I didn't give a damn. I'm a fucking bitch. Don't fuck with me. I'll fuck you up. That's who I am. No apologies for it. And you can see how well my life was going when I was vibrating there. It was wonderful, wonderful. It was just great. I had great relationships. My family dynamic was wonderful. You know, I was just living the life. But yeah, guys, breathing, acknowledging. Yes, I'm an angry person. No, I don't want to be like that. Do you know what I mean? You have to acknowledge it. You have to see it, call it out for what it is. You know what I mean? I'm an emotional person.
Yeah.
I cry. I used to think I was a crybaby and I couldn't. Now I know because I feel people's feelings. It is
Yeah.
so crazy because now when I cry, the kids know it. I'll start crying and I'm like, oh, whose tears are these? Whose emotions am I feeling right now? And I'm like, these aren't mine. And it's so funny because like they see me do it because I'll start crying and I know. And then all of a sudden somebody will call me crying. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, there it is. It's like I won't even know. And it's so, you know, and I'm trying to like control that because I don't want to be absorbing other people's emotions either. You know what I mean? But acknowledge it. There's literally nothing wrong with any of us. Everything that triggers us, those shadows, they're meant to be there. So look at it, call her for what it is. Say, hey, bitchy Kim, what's up? You can't be here anymore. You know what I mean? Just call them out, call
Yeah.
yourself out. And that's the best thing.
And
So
I think as well, what resonates as well is where you were saying you have a choice and it's like a reaction. How are you reacting? Because it's like, it's so easy to blame someone else for your anger and your frustration, but actually you have a choice of your reaction because the way you react could then spiral a situation even worse. So
yeah,
if you scream and shout, what's the other person going to do? They're going to scream and shout. So, I mean, it's very hard to do what you say, like take a step back, take those breaths when you're very angry.
don't
It's making a conscious effort of actually, okay, fine, take those deep breaths. Okay, where is this anger coming from? Where is this frustration coming from? It's not that child that's in front of me. They haven't done anything wrong. This is what's going on inside me.
yes. People always ask me, how, Kim? How did you do that? How did you learn to control it? Because every time I wanted to throw that fucking chair, I stopped and I just didn't react because I didn't want to be that girl. So I said to myself, don't do it then. So even though it was inside of me, right? I didn't just push it down. I dealt with it, but I didn't react. And then, you know, it was so great that I was starting to process things and figuring out why I was mad and not blaming other people. And then now I didn't have somebody to apologize to. So then those situations, those experiences, they got better because I wasn't having to apologize to a bunch of people. Do you know what I mean? Like when I came down, it literally was like the Incredible Hulk. I explained it to many therapists. The anger took over. I literally had out of body experiences where I have fought people and didn't remember getting hit, didn't remember hitting them. When it was all said and done and the anger was gone, all of a sudden I felt all the hits, I felt every cut, I felt everything I had done to that other person, and I would break down crying. And people would be like, "Then why did you do that?" I couldn't control her. I literally had no control. I can't tell you how scary that is. That when another soul takes
Yes.
over your fucking body, and
Mhm.
you're literally looking, and you're like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? Stop doing that. Stop hitting her. What the fuck is she doing?" And you're watching this other person inside of you do horrible things to other people. That's
Yes.
your shadow. Let the light side come out. Both parts are there. And I've talked about it before about my addiction and my alcoholism. She's not gone. She's sleeping. And every day I have to make sure she stays asleep.
Yes.
Cannot let her wake up as much as she wants to. You know what she says to me? Kim, we've been sober 3.5 years now. We're not who we were 3.5 years ago, Kim. Kim, we're healed now. We do Reiki. You're so much better. Just take a sip. You're not, it's fine, Kim. When you were drinking before, you were drinking to cover stuff up. You don't do that now. You can do it. You can do it, Kim. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, you evil little bitch. You're really trying to ruin my life, aren't you? Because why would I do that to myself? That relapse that I had last time, meanwhile, there had been no healing. I had been in therapy for years. I knew what to do. They had told me what to do. I couldn't do it while drinking. I have to stay sober to do this. I can't. If I were drinking one glass of wine last night, I wouldn't be here at 5:30 in the morning. Just no way, or 6 a.m. You know what I mean? So I acknowledge her. I know she's there. I know what sets her off. I don't let her. You stay asleep. You go bye-bye. On Friday, I still get, like I said, I talked to another one of the moms. If you do flip out on your kids, apologize. I apologize to my kids all the time. I flip out on Liam, but yet I'm so patient with Luna. I don't know why. And I think it's because I see so much of Luna and me. So I'm like, I'm gonna love you. But Liam, and he's just constantly like, I have to say things 3 times, whereas Luna's I say stop and she stops. So I talked to another healer about that, or Rebecca. I was talking to her about that. And I was just like, I'm trying so hard. And I apologized to him. I said, Liam, I'm mommy's trying hard to not do what she normally does and react. So I'm going to try. So I tell him, I'm going to try better. Okay. I know that that is not the way I should be speaking to you. I know that you don't like it. I know that you're just learning and growing and making mistakes. I want you to try a little harder, and mommy's gonna try a little harder. And when we both try harder, we're both just gonna grow. Okay. And he's like, okay, you know what I mean? But I apologize when I'm like, why did you do that? Why? You know what I mean? He's like, why? And I'm like, okay, all right, calm it down, calm it down. Um, but apologize to your children. Apologize when you're wrong. Apologize to your partner. Apologize when you fuck up. That's okay. But apologize, because you know when somebody hurts you or disappoints you, and you know that they didn't, and they apologize to you, you know how that makes you feel, and it shifts the energy too, right? There's nothing wrong with apologizing, and apologize to yourself too. I say sorry to me a lot. You know what I mean? Oops, sorry about that. All right, we're gonna do better. We can do better than that. We'll try a little bit harder, you know? Caroline, do you have something to add?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I actually don't apologize to myself.
I always
That's interesting because I can apologize to everyone else. I don't apologize to myself. So that's thank you.
Yeah. I'm looking at the comments too, guys. There's some comments coming through, but yeah, you know what I mean? Just you apologize to yourself too, because you're also growing and learning and making mistakes. But I love you guys so much. I could keep going on and on. I was like, oh, it's already 6:28. Let me shut up. So thank you all again for being here. Elena, I don't see you scratching as much. Really quickly, is it getting better?
Better. We're down to like 20% left from 100. So
I knew it was going to clear up. They said it. They were like, all right, she's at the end of it. So good. Yay. Yeah. Usually you're like this. And I was like, wait, I don't see Elena scratching. I'm like, oh, yay. Okay, good. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Everybody have a kick-ass day. I love you all. See you all tomorrow. Oh, I gotta stop recording first.